Hello Year 7, this is Miss Blundell. I'm here to show you your 3D lesson, okay? Now today we're going to be making a cardboard fish. The things you will need for this lesson is a pen, a pencil, you might need a rubber, so it's safe just to have one just in case, a pair of scissors, a piece of paper, and a piece of cardboard. Okay, now the paper can be any size, so have a look around your house. It doesn't have to be plain white. You could use a piece of lined paper, you could use a piece of coloured paper. Have a look around your house and see what you can find. And then your piece of card, you can use something like a cereal box, a tissue box, anything that maybe you've recycled. Have a look around your house, see something that you can use, okay? I've used a cereal box, okay? As you can see, I've cut the back out. I've gone nice and neat right around the edge, okay? And ended up with something like this. So that's what you need to do before we start the lesson, okay? We're going to start off by making a template, all right? And we're going to make a fish template, and I'm going to show you how to do it. What I want you to do is I just want you to check which way you're folding it isn't bigger than your cardboard, and the piece of paper that you're using that you found at home isn't larger than your cardboard, okay? So if you have a piece of paper like this, if we were to use it this way, landscape, it would be too big. But if we use it this way, portrait, it's fine. Okay, so just check that before you get started. Then what you need to do is you need to fold your piece of paper in half. Now what I want you to do is I want you to match each corner, take your time, there's no rush, and try and do it as neat as possible, okay? Once you've checked that corner, follow your finger down, put a crease in it, and drag along like that. And you've got a nice straight line, okay? Then what you're going to do is you need your pen, okay? So start off by getting your finger. I just want you to put it right at the edge, and I want you to put a dot like that, okay? And then you're going to do the exact same the other side. A dot like that, okay? Then, as best you can, I want you to just do a little dot in the middle. Now if you have a ruler, you can measure this out, but if you don't worry, just do it as best as you possibly can. So take your time, I reckon mine's about there, okay? Tiny little dots. Then what I want you to do, I want you to get two fingers and put them like this, and I want you to do a dot above this dot here, okay? So two fingers and then a dot, okay? And then what I want you to do, I want you to get, let's work it out, 3 fingers, yeah, we'll do 3 fingers. 3 fingers along, do a dot just here, okay? So from this dot, put 3 fingers down and draw a dot there. And then you're going to get 1 finger above the dot you've just drawn and done another dot. So we're working as if it's a dot to dot, okay? It's just giving you a guide. It's going to help you to get your proportions right, okay? And it's important to get your proportions right because, as you know, it's something that you get graded on, okay? We're going to start with this dot here. And what we're going to be drawing is half of the fish, okay? So we're going to start with the body. We're going to start here and we're going to end up at this dot here. So take your time, there's no rush. Drop it to there. Okay? Next, we're going to do this dot here to this dot here. Taking your time again. There we go. And then to finish off, you're going to draw from this dot here to this dot here. Now try your best to get in a straight line. If your dots aren't perfectly straight, like next to each other, it doesn't matter too much, okay? As long as this dot here is higher up than this dot here. If it comes lower, it's going to look a bit funny and you're not going to get the right proportions. Okay, so if it is too low, just draw your dot a bit higher before you join it up. Like that. And there you go. You see half of your fish silhouette? So now what you need is your scissors, and you're going to cut this out. So take your time, there's no rush, because if you make a mistake you might have to redo it. And this template we're going to use in another lesson. So when you finish this template, you need to make, when you finish this lesson, sorry, you need to make sure that you keep your template safe. So it might mean writing your name on it and then keeping it in your sketchbook, like we do in lesson when we've got loose work, okay? Or if you've got a safe space at home that you can keep it ready for another lesson, that'd be great. So this piece, you can discard this now, we don't need that for this lesson. This is the bit that we want, and this is your fish template, okay? There you go. Right, now what you need is you need your cardboard. Now, will it fit that way? Or we'll do it this way. What you'll need is I'd start with a pencil. Now the reason we're doing a pencil rather than pen this time is if you make a mistake you can always rub it out. So this is why it's important not to press too hard, okay? Because if you press too hard, try and rub out, then it's still going to indent the card, isn't it? Okay? So, take your time again. I've put my fingers, one here, one here, one here, just to secure the template and make sure it doesn't move, okay? And it's quite important that you don't move your template, because if it moves you won't have a symmetrical fish, okay? And the proportions will be all wrong. So if you go out of line like I just have there, don't worry about it, just start that bit again, and because it's in pencil we can rub it out, okay? Keep going. And there we go. So now you can move your template, put that in a safe place, and you're left with your fish on your cardboard, okay? Now, the next step, you have this as a document attached to this lesson, okay? Now the reason I've attached this to your lesson is to give you some inspiration on drawing fins. Now if you really do lack confidence and you're not very strong at drawing, then you can leave it without fins, that's up to you. If you're feeling okay, not too bad, you can draw some simple fins like this, or if you're quite a confident drawer and you'd like to challenge yourself, you could draw something like this at the bottom, okay? So I'm going to have a go at the one at the bottom, and I'm going to draw this freehand, okay? So you guys will do the same, and you can just have this on your computer or your phone to look at whilst you're drawing it. It's up to you, okay? If you have a printer, you could always print it out. So take your time, look at the shape. Okay, and there's my fins. This one at the top I feel like it's gone a bit wonky, so I'm just going to correct that. Remember, we've drawn it in pencil, so we can just use the rubber and rub out our mistakes. Okay? No bother. Maybe straighten this line up a little bit. And there you have the outline of your fish. Now what you'd do is you'd get your scissors and you'd cut that out, okay? And you just start by doing it nice and gently, following the lines, okay? and just taking your time with it, and you'd cut around the fins as well to have it all as one piece, and you should end up with something that looks like this. Okay, now we're going to be carrying on with this next lesson, so you need to keep this in a safe place too, just like your template. If you lose it, you'll have to redo it ready for next lesson, so make sure you keep it safe. Alright everybody, I'll see you next lesson.